had this idea for a corporate client, just couldn't make it work, and it, honestly in April, late April, it just clicked. This needs to be for the city of Utica. We're going through this resurgence. It needs to be our city. How great would that be? And then, of course, just the nature of our city and how our community is such, in fundraising theme, it had to be tied to a nonprofit. And I knew that Abraham House was the one, because I knew Gina and I would be able to just take over the city and actually get it done in time for the holidays. And it came true. Like, just a vision out of nothing. And that was so great about this. Our community leaders believed in our vision. And they said yes. And it's here. And it's really exciting.
I was on the balcony in Florida of my friend's condo, and she pitched this idea to me, and the excitement in her voice just rippled through me, and I could see her vision, and I knew that I could help her bring it to life. And especially the partnership between Cooley Group, who conceptualized the idea, Abraham House, who's going to be, get the proceeds of the sale, and the partnership between the two of us together. We're both very motivated and ambitious, and we think we know most of the people in the city that we needed to go to, and it worked. It was just a great formula for success.
So we knew that we wanted the Adirondack Bank Center to be our boardwalk, and we wanted the Commons to be our park place. So Rob Clark at Adirondack Bank was our very first sales call. We knew we need to land that. We need to have boardwalk on board. And that was our first meeting. He had no idea why we were coming. And it was a vision, it was an idea. And Rob said yes to being boardwalk, but then also learned that there was going to be a banking district. And of course wanted Adirondack Bank in the banking district. So that day, in 20 minutes, we had 2 spaces filled, 2 important spaces. Yeah. Premier spots were filled, and we honestly, within 3 weeks, had 75% of the board sold. We genuinely had to turn people away. So that is how we started it. We created districts, we knew who we wanted to be on the board, and one that comes to mind, and it was the largest ask, was our Community Foundation and Clifford Fuel.
This is a legitimate Hasbro board. We had to go through them for all the printing. So our Community Foundation and our Cliff's Notes cards, we actually custom wrote. They had to keep the directive the same as per Hasbro, but you could change your reasoning. So our Get Out of Jail Free card says, Uncle Vito made 2 tree phone calls on your behalf. Get out of jail free. And we know that people are going to read that card, maybe think it's a typo at first, and then say it out loud and burst out laughing. And for us, that's just, I want to be in people's living rooms watching them play.
The contracts that we had to sign with Hasbro took almost 2 months for both attorneys to agree on everything. There's a lot of things that we can't do. For example, we cannot sell this at, say, Target or Walmart. It cannot take up shelf space where traditional Monopoly boards are sold.
So we took other people's input and ideas, and as we walked around, made notes. And one of the traditional Monopoly cards is you won second place in a beauty pageant. And although we no longer have the Greater Miss Utica pageant, it was such a part of our history that we incorporated that into that card as an homage to the pageant and to something that was such a big part of the city.
It's a pride thing. This is my hometown. I get very, very territorial when people cut down Utica and the Mohawk Valley. I don't like to hear that. Yeah, we're very proud of this, and we should be. So there were 5,000 that were printed. The demand is certainly there. The time it takes to get it done, we'll have to see. So we've been telling everyone, don't wait, because they may not be here. Our goal was to create Tickle Me Elmo. We've created Tickle Me Elmo for the city of Utica. So yeah, it's exciting.
This was perfect timing because there's so much going on. There's so much Utica pride. So many businesses popping up with the Utica name now. People are getting behind our community. You don't really hear those people complaining anymore there's nothing to do, because if they think that, then they're not looking. So the city is buzzing and is booming, and it was ripe for a project like this. The irony of it is that we started the project as Cooley Group and Abraham House joining forces, and that really became secondary to the mission and to the fact that we're creating a piece of history. And that's what these games are. That's so exciting.